What's up guys, I'm Cole Morgan and this is Maker's Domain. Today, we're taking a look at an issue that keeps cropping up for me with Bambu Labs' new X1 Carbon. Like many of you, I pre-ordered the X1 Carbon earlier this year after waiting to see how the Kickstarter deliveries went. Printers and Kickstarter don't always mix well. There's been a lot of hype around this printer and so far it has lived up to it. Now this printer is not magic, it's still FDM, it's still a printer, it's still bound by the laws of physics, and it has some quirks and issues that if you visit the Bambu Labs Discord, I'm sure you've seen these or will see these. So let's get down to this specific error, 0700-8003. So I first got this error when I was using some marble PLA. It's one of those PLAs that's white and filled. Actually, I have a piece right here. So printing a napkin ring for one of my relatives they requested. And it makes it have this really nice, let's see if we can get that in the camera there, some really nice marble effect on the filament there. But that does mean that it's a filled filament, a filament. So, you know, I know many of these filled filaments or additive filaments tend to clog the nozzles and other strange issues in the printer. So I think what it comes down to is the particulate doesn't melt at the same rate as the base thermoplastic. So as such, most manufacturers actually recommend you use a different size nozzle, generally a 0.6 or 0.8 if you're getting crazy. But the 0.4 nozzle or smaller just generally are not recommended for these marble filaments, wood-based, metal-filled, you know, any of the filaments with additives in them. So on Friday, I just actually got the 0.6 millimeter nozzle shipped to me from Bambu Labs. So I threw that in the X1 Carbon here and gave that a shot. Same issue. Still had to clear the jam. So the first time I had to clear the jam on this printer, I opened up the extruder's magnetic front and popped off the PTFE tube out of the top. The filament was actually sitting right there in the top of the PTFE tube, so I could easily take the AMS off, take the glass cover off, go to the back, and pull the filament out myself after gently pulling it up out of the extruder. So this worked, but it was a pain to unplug everything and move the AMS, take the glass top off, put everything back on. So I found a really easy way to get this done. So next time this happened, it's the same filament, so I do kind of have to wonder if it's actually the filament that's the problem here. I popped off the PTFE quick connect on the back. So this is the little blue and black connector, it's gray in the middle, that connects the AMS, the buffer that is mounted at the center of the printer. It connects that into the actual interior tube, PTFE tube. So it's very simple. You disconnect the black side, not the blue side, the part that heads towards the filament buffer, and that will then expose the filament in between the two PTFE tubes. You can then pull yourself, gently working it out of the printer, and then go ahead around front, hit the retry button once that's free, and let the AMS pull it back up and wind that filament back up for you. So I do worry that the end of the PTFE tube or the quick disconnect will eventually get worn out from these connections and disconnections, but it's a pretty inexpensive part, and I'm more interested in finding a solution than worrying about the replacement parts. So until then, here's a 5-second fix to get that done instead of 5 minutes. Hope this helped. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was valuable to all you X1 and X1 Carbon owners out there. I do have a couple more videos planned on this printer and a few others. You can see I have a Voron V0 or 0.1 I'm working on right now. It's kind of a halfway between a Voron V0 and 0.1. But that and a couple other interesting printers, as well as some home lab content. So I'll see you guys in the next one.